and students who have logged on to this call, teachers, principals, parents, NASSCOM industry representatives, all our partners, mentors of change, principals of schools, all respected dignitaries and others who have joined on this particular call. First of all, I hope every one of you is safe and hearty under these very difficult COVID-19 circumstances, and all of you are following the necessary safeguards to be practiced and advocated by your institutions, by the government, or by the health authorities. It is always a pleasure to connect with you all young students from all the schools, including the Atal Tinkering Lab students, to talk about new initiatives that Atal Innovation Mission is doing so that every one of you becomes an innovator, a job creator, architecting the future of our country and that of the world. The Atal Innovation Mission, as all of you are aware, has been launching many initiatives to promote and create an ecosystem of innovation and entrepreneurship across the length and breadth of our country. One of the major initiatives of the Atal Innovation Mission has been the launching of thousands of Atal Tinkering Labs across the country, which are dedicated innovation workspaces where young students like you get an opportunity to tinker with, play with emerging technologies like 3D printing, robotics, IoT, miniaturized electronics, augmented virtual reality through do-it-yourself kits. These do-it-yourself kits enable you to identify problems in and around the communities that you live in and solve these problems in small groups that you all huddle together and create innovations to solve the problems. And today we have more than 5,100 Atal Tinkering Labs across the country with over 2 million students having exposure to the latest of technologies, which is enabling them to transform from just a rote learning mindset that has been prevalent in our schools to a problem-solving, innovative mindset. The whole idea is that as you acquire this innovative mindset, and when you go into universities, you will be able to create your own startups, your own entrepreneurial initiatives, and you will be able to make an impact to the nation. Now, one of the very important initiatives that Atal Innovation Mission has done over the last couple of months has been its partnership with NASSCOM and various industry partners who have collaborated in a unique initiative that is going to transform not only our country, but is transforming the rest of the world. And that is Learn It Yourself Artificial Intelligence modules. All of you are aware that artificial intelligence is getting integrated into every innovation and every solution that is being created on the planet. And it is not surprising because today you have multiple affordable, accessible, available technologies that is enabling you to gather data from various fields, whether it is IoT technologies, whether it is satellite or communication technologies, whether it is social feeds, whether it is computer generated data, or it is manual data which is collected through various services. But all of this data enables us to be able to create decisions based upon an analysis of that data and this huge amounts of data through big data analytics and so on. Artificial intelligence enables us to process all this data and act upon them and thereby create new solutions and new innovations that was not imaginable in many years before. While AI as a concept has existed for more than 30, 40 years, however, AI has become a reality in today's technology-driven world. And we are able to integrate many aspects of AI in every innovation, whether it is in irrigation management, whether it is in water management, whether it is in managing crowded cities. In the COVID-19 crisis, for example, AI is being used for contact tracing and prevention and assistive solutions for the people afflicted. There is no dearth in the type and the quality and the number of innovations that can integrate AI, which will make an impact on humanity and which will make an impact on all of us. Now, we launched the artificial intelligence based module in February of this year. This is the first ever mass introduction of an artificial intelligence module to school students between grade 6 to grade 12. That's an incredibly game-changing educational initiative in our country. Not much which has been seen in evidence in many other countries. but we were among the first of several countries or emerging economies to launch at such a national level. And this module, AI Learn It Yourself modules, the base module that was introduced in February this year, had an extraordinary response from every student who was able to access it and start learning from it. In fact, soon after the introduction of the module, unfortunately, COVID 19 struck the world. And in March 22nd, the lockdown was created in many nations, including in India. However, we launched Tinker from Home, Learn It Yourself modules during this period. And it is amazing to see that several, more than 40,000, 50,000 students registered themselves to many of these Learn It Yourself modules, including the AI module, and have started using them. What was even more heartening was on Community Day. We launched on Baba Saheb Ambedkar Jayanti Day a community challenge where we asked all the students to create AI based solutions for communities. We got, and we were pleasantly surprised that even during the lockdown, more than 1,500 innovations got submitted, which had an AI component in them and other emerging technologies like IoT or electronics or cloud services and so on. So this has caught on in a very big way. And therefore, I am delighted this today to have a galaxy of speakers with us who are going to talk about the next module that we are introducing, the Step Up module. The Step Up module is an advanced version where once you have gone through the AI based module, it is going to help you create AI innovations in a learn it yourself, do it yourself manner. We'll be launching that in the presence of Shri Amitabh Kant, who will be joining us shortly. But in the meantime, I would like the President of NASSCOM, Debjani Ghosh, to share her thoughts on this particular occasion. She has been the architect of creating this initiative, this joint initiative between industry and academia. And I have to say, this is the first of such an industry, academia, government initiative of this nature and of this size at a school level that has ever been launched in our country. And I don't know of similar initiatives in any other part of the world. So, Debjani, we are thankful to you, NASSCOM, and all the industry partners who are present here for having played such a strong role in driving the development of this module, which is going to create a major difference to our young students, our young innovators, and to the future of our country. Can you please share a few words of your thoughts on this wonderful occasion?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ramanan, and congratulations on the launch of the Step Up module. We are super excited. I think we launched the basic module, if I'm not wrong, end of February, before we all woke up to COVID and before the lockdown, etc., happened. And what perfect timing it was, right? Because it allowed you and kudos to you and Ronak and the team for the way you have taken these modules out to all the ATLs, reaching nearly 2 million kids. I mean, that is fantastic effort, and I think it was the perfect thing, syllabus, curriculum to provide to these children as we got herded into the lockdown period to keep them busy and to keep them learning. And it is fabulous to be here today to launch that. We had told you at that point that we will continue to work on it and we will continue to come back with new modules. So the team has kept their word and I'm very proud of them. And Ramanan, while you were thanking me, actually the credit completely goes to the industry members who have all kept aside, all of them are fierce competitors. And it is amazing how they've kept aside their difference, how they've kept aside competition and come together to work together to create something that is so wonderful for our children. And kudos goes to the youngsters, Yudhishthir, Ronak, who have all worked. I haven't seen so much passion in these guys. I mean, the way they have embraced this project, this has really fueled their passion, their creativity, and the way they have worked together to make it happen. So, all I can say is I'm just very proud that we have people like Yudhishthir in NASSCOM, Ronak in NITI, who have got together to create this kind of magic. And I think I'm just so proud to be associated with them and to be part of this wonderful industry where all of these competitors, and each one of them is a leader in their own right, has come together to say this is a bigger cause, and we are going to keep aside competition and we are going to work together to create the best possible curriculum that Indian school children can have. So, my sincere thanks to each and every one of the industry members. And I just want to call out because I think they've done such a fabulous job. I just want to call out some of the names: Amazon Web Services, Microsoft, Tech Mahindra, SAP, Accenture, IIT Bombay. So it wasn't just industry, we also had academia. IIT Bombay, IIT, the Educational Technology Department of IIT Bombay, then we had our startup friends, Step Media. The big companies have all the resources possible to do all of this. But it is so wonderful when the startups come in and say, we too are going to contribute. So thank you so much to Step Media for bringing in their expertise. We had Tevatron, we had GE, we had Microbit, we had ARM, we had Wipro, Bosch, and of course, the National Portal of India, National AI Portal of India, the team that drives that India AI, a project that is very close to my heart. I mean, all of them collaborated. And we had Yudhishthir and Ronak playing ringmaster to pull everyone together and ensure that they created the magic. Absolutely fabulous. I love the focus on the step up module of providing real life application or problems for the students to learn from. I mean, one of the problems, I was going through some of the details, Yudhishthri was taking me through some of the details, and one of the problems I thought was brilliant. I mean, there were lots of brilliant problems there, but one that I think is so crucial for India is on water conservation. So it looked at the satellite images of all the lakes across India. Now, these satellite images have always existed. It's just that we have not looked at it and applied the insights, applied the analytics to understand how we can use some of these data, how we can use these images to understand where our conservation effort should be focused. So the kids are basically doing something beautiful, which is they're looking at these images to understand the rate of decrease in the water body, and the water bodies that are decreasing at the fastest rate is where they are going to what they're going to select for conservation efforts by the government. It's a simple project, but it is so important, it is so brilliant, and it so beautifully brings out the importance of data analytics, insights, AI, etc. And there's so many of these such real life applications built into the step up module, which is what makes it very special for me. I hope the kids have a lot of fun working on these problems and learning by actually doing, by creating codes, by learning by solving these problems. Kudos to you, Ramanan, for your leadership and for making all of this a reality. We work on a lot of such projects, but very few of these get to see the light of the day. And you have not just made it a reality, but your own passion in ensuring that this reaches every single school wherever there is an adult tinkering lab, and ensuring that it reaches the kids is absolutely fabulous. And what more can I say? When you have ex members of your team like Aisha turning up for the launch, it shows how passionate everyone is about this. So kudos to you, Ramanan. Kudos to your team. And I just think we are very, very blessed to have found this partnership.
Thank you, Debjani. And indeed, I have to really thank my stars for having a wonderful team who are backing me and supporting me all the time. And it is their work that is evident in all the expression of whatever ATL Innovation Mission does. And Debjani, as you rightly pointed out, I have not seen a similar convergence of highly competitive companies coming together with a common cause, a noble cause of how we are going to create the future innovators of our country and how we are going to drive the emerging technologies, assimilation of that, and the implementation of it through our innovations as the people whom we mentioned have come together. I mean, these are people who are very fiercely competitive in the marketplace, but on this particular cause, everyone has come together in a spirit of great camaraderie, as well as wanting to get this done together. And that is actually coming out beautifully in the books that are going to be released in the launch. I think the illustrations are fantastic. It's very intuitive, highly graphic in nature, many step-by-step instructions on that. So when you go through it, I mean, I feel like I'm going to go through all of these modules and learn it myself, because there are many things for me to learn. But I'm sure everyone who is having access to this. And by the way, Debjani, even though this is an ATL Innovation Mission, NASSCOM initiative, all these AI modules are available to all the schools in the country. And it is not just the tinkering lab, but everyone can access it. And that's so it's all accessible on www.aim.gov.in, and all those details will be there. And I think the other part which I want to highlight is
Ramanan, that's a very, very important point. Do promote it in your communication, because I don't think schools are aware that it's available for them. I think that's a wonderful point, a very important point that you made.
In fact, today I just had a word with Secretary Anita Aggarwal, Secretary of Education, and I mentioned to her about this. And she immediately said that she will promote it to all the schools, and we'll also launch it on the platform which is available for them. You know, they'll put the link to the platform on the entire school network. So I'm sure this is going to reach across to many, many millions of students across. Now, I'd like Mr. Amit Aggarwal, VP and CEO of IT-ITeS Sector Skills Council, to say a few words. I see Mr. Amitabh Kant, CEO of NITI Aayog, has just joined. So, Amit, after your talk, we will have Shri Amitabh Kant, who's been the pillar of the ATL Innovation Mission, supporting each and every one of our initiatives, to share a few thoughts and do the launch of the AI Step Up module. So, over to you, Amit Aggarwal. Amit, are you there? Ronak, is he connected or some problem in the connection?
Sir, it seems to be a technical glitch.
Okay, then in that case, sir, Shri Amitabh Kant, we are delighted that you are participating in this very, very momentous launch. This is the second launch of the AI modules. We launched the first one in February of this year. It had an overwhelming response, with students participating in Learn It Yourself modules and also applying it through the Atal Tinkering Community Day innovations. We received more than 1,500 entries which leverage AI components in the innovation that were submitted during the COVID-19 period. So it is amazing that even during the COVID-19 period, we had such a response. And all thanks to the partnership with NASSCOM, industry partners of NASSCOM, as well as IITs, this particular step-up module has been created. It is the more advanced module that is enabling our young students to go up to the next level of AI learning and AI-based innovation. We'd like to hear your thoughts on this occasion and initiate the launch of this module.
What about the children? Are they there?
Yeah, all the students have also logged in, the teachers, the parents, the principals, the ATL in charges, everybody has been informed, and they're all, I think we have, it's also on YouTube and Facebook Live.
So should we not hear some of the young children first?
We could do that, sir. If you have some time, then we can have the experience sharing by the students, and then we can have your. Okay, great.
No, I think both Debjani and I will benefit from that. So let's hear a few children.
All right, all right. So we will share two things, sir. Then, if you have some time, the sharing of the learnings of the students and sharing of a few thoughts from the industry partners who are participating today in this. So, Ronak, can you drive the participation of the students?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, for this opportunity. So we have Shri. She's a class 6 student. And Shri, hi. You can share your experiences with us, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Shri Sandeep. I'm studying in class 6 State 4 School Hebbal. I have done blind person support system project using Scratch. This project works on the basis of GPS in the mobile app. So blind people rely upon beepers to cross the road, or they need fellow pedestrians to cross the road, like beeping traffic lights. The problem with this solution is not all traffic lights have beepers. So blind people cannot rely upon beepers to cross the road, and they cannot hear the beeping sound clearly because of the traffic noise. So I have come up with an idea, blind person support system. This project works on the basis of GPS in the mobile app. The GPS detects that where is the blind person, how fast is he or she walking, and where is the car, if it is a car or not, and how fast is the car coming, and is it coming towards the blind person. So if the blind person can cross the road safely, it will tell you can cross the road. If there is any vehicle coming towards the blind person, it will wait until the traffic clears. And after the traffic is clear and if it is safe to cross the road, it will tell you can cross the road. So it will do all these complex calculations in fraction of seconds. That is why we need artificial intelligence to do such complex calculations. Artificial intelligence is used to do classification algorithm. I got introduced to ATL when I was in 5th standard. I created a small spider robot and showed it in ATL. After seeing my interest in innovation, Revati ma'am and Kiran sir asked me to join ATL. After joining ATL, I started my tinkering journey. Thank you.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Very good.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Uh,
Thank you for AM team.
yes. So moving to the next student, we have Vipunjay. Vipunjay, can you please share your experiences?
Good evening, sir.
हटा दो मेरी Yeah,
Good
Rupenjay, go
evening,
on.
sir. Fellow viewers and budding innovators. I am Ripunjay Vashisht, a student of Amity International School, Vasundhara Sector 6, Class 8. The AI-based module under the AIM mission has ignited the sparks in the minds of many children like me. It has fostered my learning and creativity. This platform urges us to think outside the box. The outbreak of COVID 19 has a great impact on how we perceive the world. It preaches us about sanitizing so as to break the transmission chains. So I thought of designing a Sani Robo or non contact sanitizer dispenser. This comprehensible innovation is powered by an ultrasonic sensor which captures human hand movements and performs the command functions. The Sani Robo automatically dispenses sanitizer as soon as we put a hand beneath it and even alerts us when the level of sanitizer is low. Lastly, I would like to thank my school faculty, especially my coordinator ma'am, my fellow ATL teachers, and our respected principal ma'am and the AIM mission to expose me to such a great learning opportunity. I'm grateful to all of them for providing me such a captivating and compelling work to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Ripunjay. Yeah, excellent work, and especially in the COVID-19 times. Ronak?
So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Uh,
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
so, so do we do the inauguration now?
We have one more student, I think, sir.
So firstly, let me congratulate first of all Shri and Rupunjay for the wonderful work that they have done using artificial intelligence and for being outstanding students of the tinkering labs. So great work by Shri Sandeep and by Rupunjay. My congratulations to both of you. I'm really delighted that we are launching this step-up module of Let's Learn Artificial Intelligence. Because I'm very happy because artificial intelligence is the future. Because with so much of data which we are all throwing up through mobiles, with, India is so data rich. And if we can start using this data and algorithms at a young age, we will find artificial intelligence is one of the easiest things to do at a very, very young age. And this is really the future. So I'm really happy that NASSCOM has collaborated with us. Debjani is totally outstanding. She collaborates on all great things in the world, and this is a truly unique endeavor to teach artificial intelligence from a very young age. And actually, NASSCOM has always partnered AIM in all great things. So I really wish to congratulate Debjani and NASSCOM for this initiative. And ATL Innovation Mission, which is housed at NITI Aayog, is our flagship initiative to promote a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship. At the school level, AIM is establishing ATL Tinkering Labs in all districts across India. The objectives of the scheme is to foster curiosity and imagination in young minds and inculcate the skills of the future, such as computational thinking, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, design thinking, robotics, etc. Actually, today's launch is on a very critical day because India celebrates its 74th Independence Day tomorrow on 15th August. And on the eve of India's Independence Day, I'm glad to announce that NITI Aayog through AIM is launching the ATL Tinkering Lab AI-based module for the ATL students. This is a great effort. We are collaborating with NASSCOM to introduce the ATL AI modules, one-of-a-kind resource material for students to learn AI. In my belief, it is an imperative step to empower the young minds of the country. People like young children like Shri, Rupanjay, with young minds of the country with the latest technologies. The conception of ATL AI module was the objective that students, our objective was that students leverage the full potential of their ATL Tinkering Lab. Artificial intelligence is best learned hands-on, ensuring students understand how artificial intelligence is used in the real world. And I was glad to see some of our young ATL students present their AI ideas in such a skillful manner with such ease, poise, and confidence. Both of them were outstanding. This step-up module is a successor to the AI-based module, which will help students who are already well-versed with the base module. They have a zeal to learn and explore the field further and benefit from the new edition. It is a game-changing intervention which will enable every Indian youth to learn AI technology. The collective vision of this initiative ties in beautifully with the objective of the National Education Policy. It has been skillfully designed and offered to involve young students across the country from both rural and urban areas, promoting learning in all genders and building a generation of innovators at the grassroots level. And this will help them understand and accept AI to make it more accessible. Ladies and gentlemen, my special thanks to the work group members, NASSCOM, Future Skills, Accenture, Amazon India, ARM, GE Healthcare, IIT Mumbai, Microbit, Microsoft, Progilence, Bosch, SAP Labs, ST Empedia, Tech Mahindra, Tevatron Technologies, Wipro, and India AI. All of them have done sterling work. I would like to urge all the young students of the country, of entire India, to explore the ATL AI step-up module and take this opportunity to innovate and create valuable solutions which will pave the way for our country to truly become Atmanirbhar Bharat. Great work. And I would also like to congratulate our own team, Mr. Ramanan, Mr. Ronak, Mr. Naba, all of them have done outstanding work. Please excuse me if I've missed out anybody from any team, but all of them, especially Debjani, for all this outstanding work. Congratulations and all the best. And wish all the children a great future.
Thank you, sir. And may I now request, those are very inspiring words, and we will take this to heart and make sure that AI reaches every nook and corner of every school in our country. And you'll be glad to know that these modules are available not only to the ATL Tinkering Lab students, but to all the students of all the schools in our country. It is hosted on our website, and therefore the accessibility of these Learn Universal modules is across the country. With that, may I request you to kindly launch the AI Step-Up module? Ronak, can you take the proceedings on? And I hope you have a copy of this, learn it yourself. Yeah. So Debjani, could you also hold it up? You have a copy. I don't know whether you have a copy or not.
I have not received a copy, so you guys go ahead. I'll clap.
Okay. I'm showing 2 copies, one on your behalf also.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. And with now, I will just share a quick brief of on the website for the AI module.
So yeah, thank you. And we're showing now. We're showing a small video on this.
The AI module is available on the AIM website. You just have to click on aim.gov.in. You have a banner right now. When you click on this banner, you will be redirected to the AI Step-Up module. Further, under the ATL Tinkering Labs tab, you can click on ATL Curriculum. Once you click on ATL Curriculum, you have access to all the various modules that are available for each and every student across the country. Scroll down to check out your ATL AI Step-Up module and the projects booklet. Just click on them and voila, you have the access to both of these modules. Thank you so much. Over to you, Ramanan sir, and happy tinkering.
Thank you, Ronak, and thank you, sir, for inaugurating this Step-Up module launch. May I now request Shri Amit Aggarwal, if he has joined, Vice President and CEO of the IT-ITeS Sector Skills Council, to share a few words and his thoughts on this occasion.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now, Amit.
So sorry, at that time I think the mute wasn't working well. So
Okay.
It's a happy day for us all. The journey started a year ago, and it is fantastic to see how different people from the industry have collaborated so well with NITI Aayog to build something that we are all very proud of. Our hope now is that building on this model, we will do more together as different companies coming together to create more things for students in the country. And we're really, really delighted with this. I'd like to call specially out Mr. Yudhishthir Yadav, who has anchored this on behalf of NASSCOM, and the whole team across different companies that have worked so closely with NITI Aayog. Happy learning, kids. Have fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit, for those very kind words, and thank you for all the support and the help that you have engineered and enabled for us to be able to arrive at this stage where we not only have a base module, but we also now have a step-up module. May I now request experience sharing by the industry representatives. Once again, on behalf of ATL Innovation Mission, I would like to thank all the industry partners who have participated in creating these modules. And Ronak, can you guide the next steps on introducing the industry representatives on this particular call?
Sure, sir. My pleasure. First of all, I would like to invite Mr. Rahul Sharma, President, India and South Asia Public Sector, Amazon Internet Services Private Limited. Rahul, over to you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations everyone that's worked so hard to make this possible. It's indeed a pleasure and a privilege to be here, to be associated with this. Amazon has been working very closely with NITI Aayog, with NASSCOM on a number of initiatives related to skilling, and we want to be able to make an impact to the life of every citizen of India positively through technology. When you think about skilling and when you think about learning, this is really a time of change, and this is actually a very, very good time and opportunity to be able to take learning to the next level for our students. And this one opportunity that we have to be able to get access to the best technology in the world at your fingertips, something that was available to only the best companies in the world many years ago. Now every student has that access, and AWS has technology that actually makes it possible for you to do artificial intelligence without even knowing how to code. So when you look at SageMaker and some of the other services that we have, you actually don't even need to know how to code to be able to do machine learning and artificial intelligence. We also have our AWS Educate program that has already trained tens of thousands of students on new technologies in India, and we are already working with a number of institutions. So it's a huge pleasure that we are making this announcement just before the Independence Day of India. Kids, use the opportunity. Feel free to reach out if you need help. Really excited to be a part of this journey. Thank you so much. Very congratulations, Ramanan sir, Debjani, and the team here, and really Ronak and team as well from NITI Aayog. Brilliant work to make this happen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rahul, for your kind words, and we look forward to your support and great support from you and your team. So once again, my personal thanks to you. Yeah, Ronak, can we introduce the next?
Next up is Mr. Ashutosh Raina, doctoral research scholar at IIT Bombay. Mr. Ashutosh, over to you.
Thank you, Ronak. Hi, I'm Ashutosh Raina. I'm a doctoral research scholar at Educational Technology, IIT Bombay. So first of all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone for allowing us to collaborate and being part of such a prestigious project and this prestigious moment of being able to launch such a module. And one of the things that really attracted us towards this was that this module is set up in a tinkering lab. And that is something which I, as a doctoral student whose thesis is basically on tinkering, associate to. And right from the first module that we were focusing on, that is a low floor and a high ceiling, to allow a lot of tinkering to happen, this step-up module actually gives you enough low floor for more complex projects that can be done. And the best part is it is situated in the real life context, which actually encourages a lot of learning and increases the excitement of what the learners are getting through. So again, I would like to congratulate everybody on the team, and also again thank for this great opportunity. So yeah, that's from our side. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashutosh ji. Thank you for all the support from IIT Bombay, and not only IIT Bombay, but we also had some representatives from IIT Delhi who helped us in all of this in the initial stages. So I want to thank all the IITs for participating in this. Yeah, Ronak?
Yes, sir. Sir, we had one student who is waiting to share her experience as well. So I would like to invite Mitali. Mitali, can you please share your experience with all of the work group members? Mitali, over to you.
Yes.
Yeah, Mitali, please go ahead.
First of all, I would like to thank Atal Innovation Mission and I have prepared an algorithm in Scratch which can spread awareness about coronavirus spread, that how is it spreading. Because nowadays people are unaware about how the virus is spreading, which is the biggest problem that we are facing in this pandemic. So as also the in this and the Scratch visual representation which I have prepared, this will aware people that how if 5% of people are sitting at home, that how can they help the community to get safe from this coronavirus. So if I talk about AI, As we all know, AI is the most eminent field in this 21st century, and AI we see today is just 1% of the AI transformation. And the century is data century. We every time deal in some and other kinds of data, but the truth is that humans having 8 billion neurons don't use that much, don't have that capability that AI has. So it is like a cloud with infinite storage together and process any amount of data. And now to reach here at this platform, AI based module had helped me a lot, and which and the launch which is step up module which is launching with by AIM in collaboration with NASSCOM. This AI-based module is the right platform for the students to know and get a kick start in the field of AI. This base module helped me to get clarity in artificial intelligence, and the real life examples, questions, and video links helped me to better understand uh, this field. This base module told me the components and applications of AI, told how humans and computer learning process can interrelate, told a lot about data and how is it very important and a basic need of AI. As it explains about the programming language like Python, Scratch, and Jupyter Notebook. And this all explained in such an easy manner by giving real life examples, which makes it better, easier for me to get AI. But this base module also gives a detailed information about many fields in AI. So by this, I would like to end my speech and my experience with this module, that how can I experience this with module, and I am pretty much sure that the step up module will get more help to me to and I will surely do some better things in future with the help of this module.
Thank you, Mitali. Thank you. It's wonderful to hear you share your experience and the innovation that you have been able to build, and all the very best for your innovation as well as new innovations that you're going to make in the future. Do we have any other industry partners who will be?
Yes, sir. We have a couple of industry partners to share their experiences.
Sure.
I would like to invite Mr. Rahul Lodhe, Senior Director, Artificial Intelligence at SAP Labs, to share his thoughts. Mr. Rahul Lodhe, over to you.
Hi everyone. It's I think pretty historic day as well. I remember we started this journey way back in November sometime when all of us did the kickoff for the base module. I think in the short period of time, I think in February we launched the base module, and then I think next as a result we see the lot of students got acquainted. Even personally, I had been promoting this to a lot of my relatives and everyone that we talk about, and phenomenal response and great job done by I would say leadership of Mr. Ramanan and as well whole AI ATL Tinkering Lab. We very honored to be part of this initiative from SAP Labs. We participating and contributing to it on a regular basis. Look for more opportunities. The unique part of this initiative is that we are trying to capture the right audience at right time, right? So all the kids who get involved and learn AI, and that's something we can then promote them, bringing to the industries as well going forward. Especially with step up model, there have been a lot of practical examples that we try to bring in, and those examples are looking forward to be excitingly look at the students at how they could make use of it as well. This experience also is very important for us as we work with industries and cross industries, work with phenomenal leaders from AWS, GE, many different companies that we had discussion, and very interesting discussion to learn from them as well, that what are things been happening with the different organization and how we are trying to capture the right talent from India and nurture them in the right way.
So big congratulations to NITI Aayog, ATL Tinkering Lab, as well as thanks to Debjani ma'am as well to bring us all together to make this happen as well. So thank you, and looking forward to contribute more in the future.
Thank you, Rahul, for sharing your thoughts, and thank you so much from SAP Labs. In fact, today I just had a discussion with your teammates, Lavnish and Gunjan, to discuss how we can work together on some of the initiatives. We have also adopted some tinkering labs, and that has been great. Yeah, Ronak, the next.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay, so after this one, we will be taking the questions from the media as well.
Okay.
So I am inviting Dr. Vinny Johri, Director Education Industry Expert, Microsoft Corporation India, to share his thoughts. Dr. Vinny, do we have Dr. Vinny here?
Ronak, sorry to step in, but I would love to see if we can get Drupal, our startup friend, our entrepreneur friend, to say a few words, because truly, this is so unique, and trust me, it is so difficult for entrepreneurs to participate in these kind of programs. They don't have the number of people, etc. So, Drupal, thank you so much for doing what you did, and would love to hear your experience.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, it was a wonderful journey. First of all, I would like to thank you, NITI Aayog, AIM team, NASSCOM, Yudhishthir particularly, and Ronak for giving us this opportunity to collaborate with all the industries for developing this initiatives, for particularly AI. At STEMpedia, we are always working on like 4 things. First is like the playful and interactive activities. Then we try to build interest among students. Third, we try to use the first to build gratification among the students so that they can appreciate themselves what all they have done. And the fourth, once they are learning those kind of activities, then we move them towards solving real world problems and application. And that's what this complete module is designed with the similar approach. And it was a very fantastic experience of us to work with all the things, particularly Ashutosh and discussions with Manish, and how we can make activities much more interactive, much more real life, like related to real life applications. We are also releasing our mobile application so that students can make this kind of activities from mobile phone, because students are now completely in home and they may not have access to laptops or schools and the ATL labs, how they can work at their home as well to do this kind of activities. It will be great to work further as well with the fantastic team for upskilling of teachers and students. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, Drupal. I think I can definitely tell that the book, the launch and the Learn It Yourself module, this one, it is so comprehensive. I was going through all the chapters. You are not only introduced on the conceptual side and the technical side, but also on an ethical side. How do you use AI in an ethical manner, which is a very important part of the education that we have to give to all our young students. Technology for good, AI for good, and how do you use that? You also have on natural language processing, computer vision, databases, Python, and algorithms. So it is a very systematic evolution of your understanding of AI into higher and higher and more advanced concepts. And at the same time, if you go through the rest of the book, very interactive, very illustrative, and full of examples. And then you have this do-it-yourself projects, which is the accompanying booklet. And here you actually learn how to do various projects, AI projects. And there are many examples in various verticals, whether it is healthcare or water management and so on. So fantastic. And I want to thank you and your team for participating in this, and all the others too for creating such a wonderful module. Ronak, Debjani, is there anybody else you would like to share their thoughts?
Oh no, over to Ronak. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I really wanted Drupal to get 2 minutes to say share his experience.
No,
Over to you,
absolutely.
Ronak.
Absolutely.
No, ma'am, our pleasure, our pleasure.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, I don't think Dr. Vinny Joy has joined us. So we will now proceed. We can now conclude this call and proceed with the press questions. We would like to welcome all the press members that we have on board at this call to ask a few questions. We have representation from various news channels, including ANI as well. So yes, so over to you, sir. If you have any questions, you can definitely ask us at this particular point of time. Thank you. It is open for the press.
Are they still around?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, they are.
Yeah. Okay. While
I
we are
think,
waiting for
Ramanan, you've done such a wonderful job of explaining. They don't have any questions. You've explained everything, and everything's perfectly.
No, I think while we wait for the question, Ayesha has joined the call. To all of you, she's a familiar face. She's been the program director for ATL Innovation Mission Tinkering Labs initiative. I want to thank her. She's no longer with